Dun, dun. Hey, little chonks, welcome back to another stream. Streaming 3 days in a row? I can do that now, see? It's one of the very few, well, not few, one of the good perks of being able to stream on YouTube. And it's doing the thing. Okay, so is there a way? Sorry, I know the stream's being a butt right now, but it's because I have this, like, watch. If I minimize this, I bet it'll go back to green. Bet it'll go back. Yep. Nope. Maybe it's just the time. I usually don't stream during this time, so maybe it's a time thing. Yeah, it's red. It's like, no. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this to happen. Well, it's happening. It's happening. Maybe I can change. This is annoying. I hate it when my phone does this. Get out of here. My phone has like a stupid like thing where it's up but it's not up. Anyway, you don't care. Anyways, we're gonna get in it with Chonk. Great first start. Yeah, I don't know why it's being a butt. I think it's probably because I have it open. Like if I take this out, pop out the chat, and then close this, let's see what happens. I think it's probably gonna return to green and not be messed up, but it could just be the time. I've never really streamed on Sunday, so it could be the stream. I guess I could go to settings. Can I change my settings mid-stream? I guess I could, and put like the output down and that to like 9,000. Maybe I can put it to 8. Let's see what happens. Bye. Okay. There we go. That fixed it. And it's still streaming. Okay, so I put that off. Alright. Rocky start. Wouldn't be my stream if it wasn't a little messed up. But anyways, as I was saying before I had to deal with nonsense, I can stream more. See? Good news. Good news, everybody. I can stream more. I can stream whenever I want. And one of the streams I usually, okay, so I did the, I did the art stream, kind of, where I was just testing things basically. And I usually I try to do these things where I try to like talk about stuff, just because I think it'll be fun. But I end up I always focus on what I'm doing. Like I tried to do it once where I like played games and talked about stuff, but then I'm just focused on what's in front of me, so I just focused on the game or whatever. So I thought it would be fun. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but if we could just go through, like, we'll just go through TikTok. Simple, easy. We'll just go through my For You page, which is nonsense because I use it for my my other channel, Chonky PuFFs, which if you're not subscribed, you should be subscribed. It's going red again. Now it's going back to green. You stay green. When I say that, there's like a little, if you don't know, in OBS there's like a little thing, it tells you how you're doing, and it like has like a visual representation of how your stream is going, and so like it'll be green when it's good, and it'll go for like yellow, orange, and then red is when it's like stuff's messing up, and then you'll be all like So that's what I mean. Anyways, so I figured we go to my Twitch. Twitch is messed up, but not Twitch, I'm sorry. TikTok. Too many things that start with T. We got Twitch, we got Twitter, we got TikTok. No more T's, okay? If you're gonna, the next thing, platform, whatever, no T. You can't call it with the T, all right? Let's just all agree on that. But anyways, my TikTok is all messed up because I use it to like look for stuff to do for my videos on my main channel, Chonky PuFFs, which you should definitely go check out. It's better. It's better. It's just built different now. But yeah, so I'll go on my TikTok. I did notice, because I like popped on, like my For You page on I don't know, maybe if you noticed this, but unlike my For You page when I go to TikTok online, like on the computer versus my phone, it seems like it gives me different things. Like even though I'm logged in, obviously, it still like gives me different stuff. So we'll just go ahead and see. Obviously, there's going to be some caveats, like I'm going to have to like have my hand on the mute real quick if it's just like, you know, the regular TikTok nonsense of just like, I'm doing nothing, and I put like a popular song over it, and now it's good, apparently. So hopefully we won't get too many of that. But let's flip over. Let's flip over. Flip over. Okay, I figure we'll just do this. Yeah, I don't think this gets any. Oh, they do get kind of bigger when I do that. Oh, I can push it over here and push it onto my other page. Okay, just so it's like a little bit bigger. I wish you could make this bigger, but I guess that's as big as it's gonna get. Yeah, okay. Alright, well that's fine. It just looks weird on my other screen because there's a little thing over there. Yeah, so let me make sure. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off my can I just do the eyeball? Will that make it go away? Theme song gone? Oh, it does. Fascinating. At least I hope it did. Okay, so there shouldn't be any background music. I think I'm good. And we'll have you guys right there, get you nice and cozy. So I paused the first one, so we'll just go through them and we'll just talk. We'll just shoot the breeze. This is like my usual. No, it's not like my usual Sunday. I'm usually I guess it is because I'm working, but I work. I'm always working. All right. Can you tell me why this Drooly face?
Can you tell me why this is so much sexier than this? Yikes. Okay, I think I'm onto something. I feel like men have gaslit and brainwashed them.
Or people just have different opinions. Like you don't have to find the same things attractive. There's no need. I mean, I cut her off before she could start talking, but she's like, seems like she's thought a lot about this. She's going into like deep mental things. It's not. You don't need to. Like the answer is, people just find different things attractive. Like I don't find the same thing that like probably some other people find attractive. But let's hear her out.
Themselves into constantly performing for the male gaze, which brings so much unnecessary internal.
Who are?
I feel like men have gaslit and brainwashed themselves into constantly performing for the male gaze. Which brings so much unnecessary internalized pressure. Like, remember how upset men were that Thor didn't lose his belly for Endgame?
People were upset about that? I wasn't. I thought it was funny. I know some people were like hardcore Thor fans were upset because they kind of like made a mockery of Thor and like, you know, him as a character and all that stuff. Different from the comic books, but I personally, I know obviously I don't really care because I always thought Thor was kind of a weak character. Not like he's weak, but just like I just thought it was kind of lazy because you just took North's mythology and then just subtly tweaked it. I always thought that was kind of like like I just was never interested in it because of that, because not as much as like, you know, like Iron Man, or not really. Iron Man was never really that popular until recently. But I just never thought it was that interesting because it was just like a copy of something else. But any hoozles.
He's a god. His powers are magical. He doesn't need a good body to be strong. I feel men confuse the concept of looking fit and masculine with having masculinity, because masculinity is more of a vibe and an attitude than a figure.
I'm just vibing
how
masculinity.
ridiculed Robert Pattinson was for looking this fit for Batman, and everybody was upset that he wasn't looking like a bodybuilder because he's not supposed to be a bodybuilder. It's so toxic to doubt a man's worth and masculinity because of the way he looks. There's something very particular about.
I agree, as I say with my tiny arms. No, I mean, no disrespect. I mean, I'm sure, I guess. I just, you know, I don't know. It's a little different with guys and women, like, as far as, like, seeing things and what we're influenced. Like, if you kind of noticed with, like, the whole body positivity movement, like, if you go to, like, Target, for example, if you go to Target right now, and you go to the, you know, the women's clothes section, you will see models of all different, you know, body types, all different body types. But if you go to the male side in where men's clothing is sold, in the same store, you only see one body type, and it will be fit, muscular, good-looking guys. And, you know, there's a lot of people like, well, that's not fair, and, like, sure, you know, maybe it's not fair, it probably isn't, but I think, you know, it just doesn't affect guys as much, you know. I don't think guys, like, when I see, personally, and this is me personally, so it doesn't apply to everyone, but when I see, like, a fit guy, like, it I was gonna say, it gets me excited. No, I usually am more of like, yeah, and like, go, like, do more. I don't know. I have a kind of like a bird brain, so maybe that's why. But no, I don't know. I never see a guy. I think it's funny that like there's memes. I know they're like jokes and stuff, but they're kind of a little bit based in truth. Where like it shows a guy who sees like a muscular man and like it's either two responses, either like super excited or like we must train. And I think there's a little bit of truth. I know it's a dumb joke, but a dumb meme, but there's a little bit of truth in that. I think that kind of tends to be the reaction. And so like here, I think most people, as she was giving examples like Robert Pattinson, I think most people were just like kind of hanging on to the stigma of his Twilight days, you know, which is unfortunate because he's actually a really good actor. Like if you hadn't seen The Lighthouse, you should definitely see it. It's a pretty artsy movie, but like it's so good. It's just him and Willem Dafoe. Like it's basically just hinges on them. And I mean, it's done artistic. It's just great. It's a great movie. You should definitely see it. But he's a great actor. And I thought he was fine in the Batman. It's just like it was a different type of Batman story. But yeah, people were upset that it was, you know, they didn't want the Twilight guy. And he's worked really hard to like kind of get that off his back, you know, in the olden days. And then there was the, you know, the whole like little emo haircut he had and like the whole like dripping makeup didn't help. But anyways, to go on to her thing, I'm sure some of her point applies as well. I mean, it's never, that's another thing, that it's, problems are never the result of just one issue. They're usually a bunch of small issues that come up to make a singular big problem. And people just always want like a quick fix. Like it's clearly this, so if we just fix this will fix the problem. But it's usually like, no, we have to fix multiple things, and then we hope that once we fix those things, that'll fix the main problem. But that's neither here or there.
Actors that makes them way more appealing to the female gaze than, for example, somebody who is like double their size in muscles. Do you remember when we were all collectively gaslit that this is the sexiest man to have ever existed ever?
What?
I stand by it, to be honest. If you're a man, being charismatic is the most powerful thing you can be. It overshadows any sort of physical flaw. I guess the conclusion that I've reached in this video is
debatable.
That gym bros should become dance bros. Like, I feel like a lot of the aggression that's in the streets is going to get resolved if you just have dance battles against each other.
I agree.
Instead of stabbing each other.
I agree 100%. I didn't agree with most of what you said, but I agree with the end side. Let's handle all our issues with dance battles. Let's go. They will be judged by our peers. I like it. I like how she ended it. I like it. Good stuff. All right, we got some art. Good. No music. I was afraid there's gonna be some music. Okay, spray painting. I do love seeing art. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of art on my page. If you don't know, I do art. I have a whole art channel for like 5 years.
Now we begin to create our sunset.
Oh God!
The blue going in here. Our
the drip paintings.
We're gonna bring in
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about drip paintings.
Right here,
like
bright yellow.
Like, I know it looks cool, but I feel like it's more about, like, the spectacle. Like, it's, like, the finished product looks fine. But I feel like it's more about, like, the filming of it that gets you, like, why you keep doing it. And I can't overlook, like, I know it's nitpicky, but, like, the wastefulness of it. Because so much paint is just wasted. Because, like, once it's mixed, it's not like they can just put it back in the bottle. They just throw it away, and paint is toxic. I don't think I need to tell you that paint is toxic. So wherever you're getting rid of it, it's going out somewhere, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. So I have mixed feelings. Like, I understand freedom of art and expression. Far be it from me to stop anyone from doing, a certain art, but I feel like, I don't know, it's purely done for spectacle when you could obviously just paint that yourself. Like, any type of thing you can get, you can paint. Obviously, any result you get from drip painting, you can just paint that. I know it's not as easy, and it'll take a lot longer, and you don't get the video out of it, but at least you're not pouring tons of paint into the environment. So, but you do you. You do you.
The gold is very pretty right here.
Look at all those cells starting to form there on the side.
Look at all this paint, and like so much of it isn't going to be used. Okay. Well, this is interesting. He's going to use it.
Yes, and now we're
I'm surprised that paper doesn't, you know, get saturated in. Because I feel like he has to let the paint dry a little bit before he rips it off, otherwise it's just going to seep in or drip onto. Yeah, there goes the paint.
Start to tilt it like that. Look at that movement. Corner right there.
Look at all the paint on the ground.
Boom.
Yeah, looking good. Looking
It
good.
is very satisfying, I'm not
going
going to
I
lie.
want you to see the cactus in space now.
Oh, space cactus.
All right, we've let our paint sit, but we do not want it to dry. You can see, look, it's still wet here. But what we're going to do
I wonder how he's going to get it off without it, like, when he lifts it, because it's a big sticker, it's going to drip onto it, you know?
There we go.
At least I would think. Maybe it just goes so fast. I mean, you really have to go fast.
You still see all that?
Oh, don't
Ready
go
for
slow.
this? Yes. Okay, go wide. I want you to see this
Rip
whole
it,
thing.
rip
Here
it,
we
rip
go.
it, rip it, rip it. Oh, dude, it's gonna drip. Yep, and there it goes.
The desert sky of space.
It dripped a
This
little
is
right
my
here.
favorite part right here. This galaxy.
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like I said, I already said my bit. I said, oh, dude. Oh gosh, this is loud.
Arms and legs and left the pond. And I finally did it. I created a message.
Dude, the frog
So first off,
army
I'm just
guy.
gonna assume that
All right. Well, if you don't know the frog army guy, I don't know how you could not know. It's world news. A guy on TikTok started. He's like, I'm going to create a frog army. So around his area, I think he's somewhere in Britain, I guess. He started finding like these big cells of like frog eggs, and they were in drying areas. So he's like, I'm going to put them in a bucket and put them in a pond in my house, and I'm just going to keep doing that, and I'm going to birth a frog army, basically. Hence frog army. And it's been fun. It's been popping up. I've been seeing it. But in the past like week or so, I guess they started hatching, and like he's putting videos of them like wreaking havoc on his neighbors, or supposedly, we don't know. This all could be a lie. Wreaking havoc on his neighbors, and this isn't in the shot. It needs to be in the shot. But the best part is that there's all these TikToks of these guys, and I don't know if it's the same guy, but they all have like vests on, like this guy here. They all have these vests on. And they're just so upset. And I get it. I get it. He, like, the guy's not thinking about his impact, and he could do blah, 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 blah. And, and far be it from me to endorse setting a plague of frogs on your neighborhood, but it's just funny. And it's more funny how upset people are about this. The frog army. All right, let's see what this guy's mad about.
that this is real footage from this person and that this is from this year, but that may be incorrect. So I'm in the U.S., but I believe that Thin Frog and the Frog Army is actually in the U.K., and I've been looking into the laws
the frog army
of the UK
is taking over
around
the
this
UK.
issue. Now, the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981
Oh, gosh.
does forbid the sale of native wildlife like the native common frog. However,
Okay.
it does not necessarily forbid the collection and raising of native frog spawn or frogs in captivity, like a pool in your backyard. So my understanding is technically it may not be illegal to collect and raise native frogs
Hell
in your
yeah.
backyard. I don't think they encourage it. A lot of wildlife agencies have been looking up in the UK don't encourage this because it could spread disease and it could encourage the spread of non-native plants. However, it may not technically be illegal. They want you to return the frogs to the pond where you found them, or within a mile of where the frogs were located. They want you to return them to the native habitats. It is not encouraged to release them into an urban environment or cities like this person is just releasing them into their backyard, into the neighborhood.
I mean, he's not releasing. I mean,
encouraged or
he just
regulated
they're
under this
they're
practice.
releasing themselves.
One of the potential concerns I have, though, is that on the Thin Frogs videos, it looks like there are other species like salamanders and fish that are being raised in this pond. So I don't believe they know all the species, and there are protected species in the UK where it is necessary to get permits
that's
or
how they're gonna get
authorizations
him. That's
to
how they're
handle
gonna get
and
this
to
guy.
raise those species.
If he touched a endangered
So
species.
legally, this seems rather gray. Ethically, it's a little more clear that things are not quite being handled the right way.
It's just so funny.
Wildlife conservation
They're so
agencies like
serious.
the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals discourage this behavior from just moving frog spawn around in frogs to ponds for a variety of reasons. One of them being
If
when
this
you
guy
release
makes
these frogs
the
in that urban
national,
environment like the
international
neighborhood,
news, I'm
they're
gonna
going to
lose
try
my
and come back
mind.
to that area. And that is not where the frogs belong. Obviously, this is a very contentious issue. In my professional biological opinion, this is not being
Who
done
is this
correctly.
man?
Legally, this is rather more gray. And I'm willing to debate and talk about that issue. Overall, though, things should be handled differently, in my opinion.
And finally, after 3 months,
Frog
they
army.
arms and legs
Look at him. So good, so funny, so stupid, so pointless. What's going on here? Oh, okay, well, that has music and possible violence. We're gonna skip. I vetoed to skip. Okay, we're good. I'm surprised we haven't ran into any like music ones like that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't see it. It's a crystal person. I was gonna do a video on crystals, but it hadn't panned out, so I have crystal people on my thing now. It looks... I have no idea what that is. It looked like a squiggly brain looking rock. I don't... I hate videos that you can't scrub through. Just for that, I'm not watching it again. Oh, duets. I'm gonna say it. I don't like duet thing. Most of the time, it's like not funny. It's just someone who's just staring and just like, but isn't that what you're doing right now? You say it's different. It's different. All right, well, let's watch it. Okay. Is he solving it or no? Okay, now he's gonna. Okay. I'm already bored. I don't care. I already don't care. I know people can solve Rubik's cubes. This doesn't like. I don't. You gotta like do it behind your back. Okay. Don't make me watch this and do nothing. I hate it already. Nope.
This person is claiming that there are no non-Christian scholars that agree Jesus is just...
I'm just gonna go ahead and skip all the Bible. I'm just not in the mood for today. I don't know why they pop up on my thing, but let's just go on. Somebody should only have to give you this answer so many times. Oh gosh, this is gonna be controversial.
Are you serious right now?
No, I'm being serious.
I don't want to hang out outside of work.
Why not?
I don't feel comfortable
Doesn't
hanging
have
out
to
with you.
say why not.
Why not? Why?
Why? What do you mean why?
Dude, I said I don't feel comfortable. Like,
Why?
Yeah, move on, bro.
Just asking why.
So
because I
cringy.
don't feel comfortable. Is that not enough of an answer?
No, I just want to know why you don't feel comfortable.
Well, because you just come off too strong, and I don't.
Dude, you don't have to give him an
I
answer.
feel uncomfortable.
Dude, I don't have to give you an answer. She doesn't have to give you an answer, bro. Walk away.
What if I don't do that anymore?
No,
We're
get out of
still gonna
here.
be coworkers, but not friends.
Oh gosh.
Still we just like be friends like outside of work?
No.
Why not?
There's no need
No,
for me to
there's-
hang out with you
why?
outside of work.
Oh my
Why?
gosh.
I don't want to.
Why?
Dude.
Because I don't want to.
Why not?
Is this gonna be an issue?
No, just asking.
I know, but I'm giving you an answer already.
And it sucks because she can't just like,
Because I
tell
don't
him
want
to,
to.
F off because like, he could be dangerous, you know what I
Everybody
mean?
that's out there,
Yeah, leave.
No is
Leave.
a complete sentence.
Yes.
No is a complete sentence. There
Okay.
doesn't need to be any explanation.
Correct.
Past no. I'm
Yes.
telling you that no
You
is
don't-
a complete sentence.
You don't
because
owe, I mean,
apparently-
the no complete sentence, that's irregardless. The point is, here's the thing. You don't owe anybody anything. Like, if someone, especially when they're coming and asking something of you, like this guy is asking like probably something, we didn't hear it, but he's probably like something like, why don't we go out, why won't we be friends? Like, you're asking something of someone, they don't even have to respond to you. They could just be like, blah, blah, and walk away. And so, like, as soon as she said, like, no, like, the guy has the right to shoot his shot. Fair. But she also has the right to be like, nah, and then you walk away. That's when you walk away. And, like, it sucks for her because she just can't be, and obviously, I mean, if you ever talk to women, it's always that, like, game of, like, I'm trying to get him away, but I can't make the guy angry because you don't know if he's going to be, crazy. He's obviously showing a level of, like, social ineptitude that he's asking, like, why, even though, any person who has any type of social skills would know that that's not okay, what he's doing. So, man, yeah, I feel for women when it's having to play that game of, like, I'm trying to get out of this, but I'm also trying not to get killed by this guy. And it's just like, yeah. So I guess, I don't know, guys, like, dude, no, just walk away. You just go up. If you got to shoot your shot, you shoot your shot. And if it doesn't work out, just leave. That's it. You're done. It's over. Move on. Nobody owes you an answer. Why? Why what? It's so cringe. Dude, this guy goes on for how long?
A lot of people, like, what was the reason? Did I make you mad? Did I do something wrong? Did I interrogate you and him on? Why did she do this? Why did she do that? Why?
Okay. Yeah, the point is, no, yeah. You don't owe anybody anything. Just like, why? None of your business. I says no. Oh, gross. Anyways. Ludwig. Dude, why is Ludwig? I don't...
in the house.
Why is he on here? I don't have time to watch anybody. Like, I am aware of that he's famous on Twitch? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. He's a Twitch streamer. I know he's famous. That's all I know. But I don't have time to watch anybody really. I work like 90 plus hours a week. So I don't have time to watch people, but why is he on my line? Okay. Did he get a cat or something? Cat dad. Dude,
Dad,
get a
when
cat.
the cat arrives.
Oh.
Hang out a little bit.
Oh, he's so
Dad,
cute.
I don't want a damn cat in the house. Dad, when the cat arrives.
Yep, that's what happens. People who don't like cats just have never really been around cats. Or they're allergic. If you're allergic to cats, obviously there's a reason you don't like cats. But most of the time, people who don't like cats, they just never really been around a cat before. Be around cats. They're awesome. Oh, yeah. Ocean floor.
What the hell is that?
I watched a video about this. That's probably why this is...
I saw something that looked like a triangle, and
Oh,
nature
snap.
doesn't do straight edges. They don't do straight lines, and I saw something
That's a
that
bold
looked like
statement.
a piece of
Nature doesn't do
refuse.
straight lines. I don't...
Close examination reveals what appears to be a letter S.
Oh, gosh.
Evidence of the unstoppable impact of human pollution.
I mean, yeah, just because you're in the deepest part of the ocean doesn't... I would obviously believe our garbage would end up down there. I mean, I don't know why you're so
Bottom of the
shocked.
ocean, that there was,
He's in like the
contamination
deepest
some
part of
kind.
the Atlantic, so it's like a big deal. In case you don't want context to this, he's in a little robot in the deepest part of the Atlantic that nobody's ever been before. That's why it's significant. But yeah, of course there's gonna be garbage down there, obviously. I can't believe they even got here. What do you mean? Have you seen all this stuff we dump in the ocean? Oh, another duet. Ugh.
We really got a professional, eh? She has that $2,000 easel, that interesting looking canvas, whatever that is.
Yeah, okay. I've seen enough. I don't like duets.
This list of the most confusing movies of all time.
Why are you so quiet?
But it's based on how many times somebody Googled an explanation to that movie.
You're too quiet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're too quiet. This is how I go, anyways. I mean, I'm going slow because I'm watching the sound to make sure everything's okay on your end. But I flip. I go quick. Like if you just no too quiet, out of here. You're out of here.
Me is when he's coming.
Oh gosh,
so.
picking up my boyfriend. Oh god, no, I didn't want that to happen. I just wanted to pause it. Picking up my boyfriend in face paint gone wrong. Why even face paint?
He's coming, so.
Pranking. I don't know if this is pranking. It's just a prank, bruh. Is he gonna freak out or something? Is he gonna like run away?
Hi, baby. Do you mind if we give Chris? Oh, whoa! I was gonna say, do you mind if we give Krista a ride to her house, which is literally like right over there?
Oh, that's
You putting it on me makes me look like an asshole.
That is true.
So yeah, I have to say yes.
Well, why are you in a? Why did you? You did this.
This is the first time that I'm meeting your coworker.
Oh, who cares? It's just a coworker. Who cares? It's not like she's ever gonna see them again. You don't work with them.
No, don't lie. Just go tell
It's
her.
funny.
Yeah,
It'll be a
she's
funny
practicing her
story.
Cosplay makeup, so don't tell her what I'm cosplaying as. Just tell her that I'm practicing my cosplay makeup, and she's gonna probably be like, I don't know, she might like it.
She's gonna love it. She's super chill.
All right.
Yeah, you'll like her. Thanks,
go,
baby.
Yep, go get her.
All right, yeah, come on over.
is when
That's just destiny. Nothing we could do about it. He was just trying to do a nice thing, and you were just trying to do a funny thing, and it ended up being embarrassing for you. Oh, bummers. All right, what do we got? Oh, gosh.
You are pro-life without exceptions for rape and incest.
Okay, we can't say the word. He didn't say that word, YouTube. Shh, that didn't happen. Oh, gosh.
You are pro-life.
YouTube, that didn't happen. YouTube. That didn't happen. We're going to go ahead and skip that video. Just not talk about... Well, what is this? Don't... What?
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Well, don't do this.
1, 2, 3.
It could be just, you know, that, like, if you touched it, it reacts. And then, so, like, you probably don't even have to do the head tapping thing. You probably just do that, go, ugh, and then just, you're probably able to go deeper because your throat is getting used to it or reacting to the initial bump.
Wow.
Regardless of the case, don't do this. You're gonna throw up. Don't throw up. It's not amazing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the pinching or the tapping. It's just you touched it, your body reacted to it, so you were able to do it again without it reacting. But if you keep doing it as you saw, I like how she was like, amazing, and then kept doing it. That's good stuff.
SX workers.
No,
So this guy thinks
I don't like the videos with the robot voice. I hate the robot voice. I hate it. I understand why it's like on TikTok they use it for like the little beginning thing, but like, I only like it when it's so short it's tolerable. Like it's like, look at this and the I hate the robot voice. I hate it so much. So like these whole
SX
videos
workers.
are like it's just someone with reading a Reddit post in robot voice. I hate those. They always pop up on my freaking timeline everywhere, and I hate them.
So this guy thinks he's building a frog army.
Yeah, the frog army. Is this the same guy? This doesn't look like the same guy. He's in the vest though. See where are all these men in vests that are angry? That's not the same guy. I just gotta confirm.
And finally, after 3 months, they grew arms and legs and left the pond. And I finally did it. I created a...
And raising of native...
Is that the same? I don't think that's not the same guy. That's not the same guy.
SX worker.
So this guy thinks he's building a frog
maybe
army.
it is.
A few days ago, I collected frog spawn out
Oh,
of a
people look
puddle
the same.
drying up. In planning to create the biggest
Frog army. Frog
So right
army.
there, you already messed up by just going out there and randomly collecting frogs. You don't know if they're invasive species that you're trying to raise and build an army out of, which again is also kind of a big ego trip. This could also be a protected species that needs special permits to handle because they're rare and endangered. You could be randomly collecting frogs. You don't know if they're invasive species that you're trying to raise and build an army out of, which again is also kind of a big ego trip.
Yeah, you know the ego trip of building a frog army really boosts the ego. Maybe it does. Maybe I should build a frog army.
This could also be a protected
Dirty
species
little
that needs
salamander
special
army?
permits to handle because they're rare and endangered. You could be messing
is
things
true.
up.
So they soon will be 1 million for 100,000 little frogs.
Oh yeah.
1 million frogs in your backyard in a pool.
Frogs like this one.
There's a whole host of issues with having that many
This could
potential
all be
frogs in your
fake
backyard.
also, by
in
the
a
way.
pool, you
None
have
of
a
this is
rampant disease
confirmed.
problem. You have other issues with cleanliness, and you don't know what frogs these are or what conditions they need to live. There's a reason we have biologists and agencies handle these things.
I've been
in
trying
order
to
protect
think
the
of,
species
like-
the way they're supposed to be protected, so we don't add more danger to the environment. It's also not clear what the cause of...
I've been trying to think of like a way to make this into a video for my other channel, but because like if you don't know, my other channel is like I basically like play a character where I'm like super enthusiastic and excited about something that's like not so great, and I am like I'm on your side, and in doing that I explain why everything's like wrong with it, but I'm like happy about it and I'm super aggressive. But I don't know if I could do that with my style of like the comedy style that I'm trying to like make on that channel. Because that channel is basically just that. Like I want it to be one thing, whereas this channel is going to be my just as you can clearly see, this is going to be my nonsense channel. So have fun with that. I just love that everyone's so mad
puddle
about
drying
these frogs.
issue is we don't know if there's a natural pond that dries down and the species are adapted to that, or if it's pollution or what. We don't know the cause of that.
We
Overall,
don't
this
know.
guy thinks
We
he's
need
saving
more
frogs, and I
info
appreciate
about
that his
this
heart is in the
frog
right place.
army.
I don't think it's being done correctly, and there could be potential issues with that. So that is my warning as froggy biologist.
We need more info. What are their tactics? What kind of arms are they dealing in? Do they have drones? Do they have tanks? These are the questions we need to know. Oh, gosh.
Have you ever wondered why so many retail chains have filed for bankruptcy or closed recently? Well, it's thanks to a shadowy group.
The internet. It's the internet. It was Walmart, and then the internet existed, and then it's the internet. We could just buy everything on the internet. We don't have to go to stores. We don't have to go to the malls. People don't want to hang out in person anymore. They don't have the social skills for that anymore. So malls are a dead, dying breed. They should. I'm surprised malls still exist, honestly. Should have died out like 10 years ago. So, but let's hear about the shadowy people who are obvious. They don't want malls.
A group of billionaires and millionaires being supported by the retirement savings of
Oh,
working
okay.
people like teachers and nurses.
Okay.
I'm talking about private equity firms. They're a type of investment firm that focuses on a strategy called leveraged buyouts. That's when a private equity firm buys complete control of a company, paying for it with loans, and then making the company responsible for those loans. That puts immense pressure on the company, who is often forced into layoffs and other employee cuts. So for all that cost cutting,
You're boring me. This is boring. Somebody throw a pie. Yeah, okay, whatever. I mean, like I said, the reason people aren't going to malls is because the internet exists. Enough said.
So I just went to Publix,
Why
right?
does this have a
Trying to
creepy
show you
music?
Publix. This is what I bought.
Okay.
Some pasta, 2 sauces, pickles, coconut water, pretzels,
Coconut water.
dish
Pretzels,
pods,
those
coconut milk, popcorn, a thing of
Coconut milk,
bacon, and some
dang,
creamer.
someone's fancy.
Take a wild guess how much this cost. I'll give you a minute.
Depending on where you go. You seem like, well, she said where she shopped, but I never even heard of that. I'm gonna assume it's a fancier place. Probably like, you're probably spending like $40 to $50 on that, probably. Which is ridiculous.
A wild guess.
I don't know how much
$100.
this- Holy shit.
For what?
Well, you did buy, I mean, it should never be $100. That's ridiculous. But like, all that coconut stuff is always super expensive. Pretzels are always expensive. I don't know what this is. Like her supplement thing, that could be really expensive, but nowhere near $100. That's crazy. There's a
Bella,
baby there.
Why was this $100?
Oh no, don't yell at her. She didn't do nothing. It's called inflation. Welcome to America.
Can you explain, ma'am?
I still don't understand why she's doing the scary music.
Have an answer
Oh,
for this
poor
madness?
baby. She don't
Because
know.
I don't understand. How am I supposed to live?
Right. Well, this person I can tell has never been poor. Not that this is, I mean, this is all because of our collapsing economy and the destruction of America, blah, 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 blah. We don't care. But I can clearly tell that this person's never been poor. So let me have you, as a person who has always been poor, let me give you little tips and tricks. Did you know that the 99-cent store, yes, that 99-cent store, the one with the 99, they have produce and groceries. Yeah, now it's not gonna be great. It's not even gonna be all that good, but it will be edible food at something you can afford. Now, I will say there is some shenanigans in the 99-cent store. They say 99 cents on the building, but inside you have to look at the prices because there are a lot of things that are not 99 cents. They put the whole like, oh, this is actually $1.99. And when you get to the rest, they're like, oh, this is like $3. Is that okay? And you're like, excuse me, sir or madam, doth it not say 99-cent store on the building? But yeah, if you go to your 99-cent store, that's where I get some of my food stuff just because it's cheap and, you know, I have to basically. But yeah, they have some okay produce, you know, so it's not like you're just eating like garbage. But yeah, you're not gonna get like the best brands. You're gonna get some weird stuff. But they do have produce. They have like one of mine has a frozen section, and you know, so you can get like frozen chicken and stuff like that. Which again, I know not the greatest, but it beats spending $100 on like, yeah, what you said. Like what? Again, I know her bigger issue is like obviously the inflation and, you know, the collapse of the American economy and how that's going to destroy ourselves as a society. But we don't want to worry about that right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, a helpful tip for if you're hurting for money and you need to buy food. 99-cent store is, you know, a good option. I've had to use 99-cent store for a long time, and you know what? It is what it is. You can, you know, you just gotta be thrifty, you know. I know what it's like to make $1 go real far. So, anyways, but yeah, that is ridiculous. $100. But yeah, I wonder how it's gonna affect the 99-cent store. Honestly, we'll find out. We're all in this together. Moving on.
Egg with an ocean inside.
Oh
imagine
yeah,
he's
I love this
scattered
guy.
around the desert with each one having.
People just give suggestions and he just does
park
it.
on a teenager's fan above.
He does
him.
so many
I feel like
too.
this would
He
get
doesn't even
really
like look.
annoying
He already
really
did one. I
quickly
didn't
when
even
you're
pay
trying to
attention to
sleep.
what it was.
People
Oh, I can't
dancing on a
rewind it.
record player. I mean, the footwork required for this would be pretty crazy. A purple lightning dog. For some reason, I had a really hard time not making him look evil. Draw a broken egg with an ocean inside.
Oh, broken egg with an
I
ocean.
imagine
inside.
these scattered.
Yeah, he just does cool stuff. People are just so much talent. And man, look, imagine how much work went into it. He did like 3 drawings, like full-fledged drawings, and like made it into like a little TikTok. And how much work that he went into this. And then someone who will just like, OMG, what is this? Or just be like, and it'll be like 1 million views. They deserve it. They don't. You don't.
So you may have seen this story, which has been...
What's going on here? Less than a month after I met my soulmate, ended my 14-year... Oh, that was stupid. I don't remember.
Picking up steam on the internet over the last week. Basically, a woman goes on a business trip with her husband, where she
did hear
meets
about
somebody
this.
who
This
she
is
was
old.
attracted to 12 years
Well,
ago.
old, April 24th.
They have a really
I guess
intense
over a month ago.
one night. A
Yep.
month later, she leaves her husband for this man, who
Yep,
then
she was a dumb.
turns her down, and so she ends up with neither.
I
We don't find that
mean-
out in this
I mean, you gotta like look at stuff like, you know, sensationalism and whatnot. I'm sure she was probably gonna leave that marriage regardless and was just looking for an out. You know, probably. I don't know anything about it other than just the headline where some woman, yeah, she, like he said, met someone who she had a connection with, or thought she had a connection with, and then they made it seem like she just dropped everything and left her marriage there. But like, realistically, I mean, she's probably gonna leave her marriage anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of dumb that she put it out there because everyone just makes fun of her. So
article, though, which it turns out is an excerpt
what happens.
from her memoir. We find out when we
Ooh,
reach the end
memoir.
and we see the title of her memoir. Now, naturally, this being the internet, it's turned her into something of a joke.
yeah, that's what the internet does. We do that.
Article, the excerpt, frames this as husband versus soulmate.
His,
But
like,
you
touching
don't end a 14-year marriage
yeah,
just
okay.
because
Okay,
of
okay. You're going for too long. Yeah, you pretty much said what I would say. Okay, you don't end up 14 minutes. Just
a chance at happiness. Now, I'm not saying that we can't call her selfish or callous or unkind.
no. Like I said, she was probably going to leave regardless.
It is said that guns cannot be fired.
No. No robot voices. No robot voices.
officers.
Immediately. Oh, okay. Nope.
All
None of
right,
that either. None of, if you don't know, I'm not sure. I assume the same rules apply for YouTube videos that apply to the, you know, they're streaming, obviously. So yeah, no, we're gonna skip over anything that may seem like any type of violence or whatever, even if it's like cop, you know, not doing what they're supposed to and stuff. We're just gonna skip just to be safe. You know, we gotta. You don't blame me, blame YouTube. You know what I mean? So we're just horror franchise.
This is going to be confusing, but if you followed me for a while,
Oh,
you've
The
probably
House?
heard of the
I've
House franchise.
never seen
It's a series
past
of
the second one.
loosely related comedy horror movies produced in America in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
really
House,
bad.
House 2: The Second Story,
I
The
highly
Horror
recommend.
Show, and House 4.
Who's
Wait a
the
second,
guy?
why is one of them just called The Horror Show? You're probably
He's like
asking your
Meatface or
screen right now.
something.
Don't worry, I've got you. So at some point during the production of House 3, they decided that they didn't want it to be a House sequel. They wanted the main villain, Meat Cleaver Max, to become a horror icon.
That's a meathead. Meat face. Yeah, this is Meat face. Meat Cleaver Max. That's the name. All right, I'm bored of this. Another Lugzos? What?
Where they go to look at a girl they like Snapchat score and they see if it's increased because she hasn't replied to your Snapchat.
What?
But maybe she's replying to other people's Snapchats.
People still use Snapchat? I never got on the Snapchat bandwagon because it just was like, why? Kind of pointless. I thought it died. I haven't even heard the word Snapchat in like years. It's still living? Was it living next to MySpace and LiveJournal somewhere? Weird. You learn new things every day. Learn something new every day. Snapchat still exists. Who knew? Oh, what we built? Oh, this is a long one. Long one, 2 minutes long. So long. Wait, what did he do there? Wait. Okay. Oh! Dang! That must take a while for it to smooth out like that, to get pliable. Look how flat it is, though. Damn. What are we building? A homemade RC excavator. What the heck is an excavator? I thought he was building like a drone based on the shape. Okay, we're gonna skip. We just want to see the end. We just want to see the end. I'm sorry. We just want to see the end. This is welcome to the internet. We're impatient. Oh, did he seriously build that out of the pipe? No. No. How did he get these treads? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Where's the treads? Where's the making of the treads? Huh? Conveniently appear, do they? Yeah, look. There's no way he made that. Each individual piece? Oh, this is part 2. I never watch people who split their thing into parts. I know they like, it's like a tactic to get you to like go on their page and to finish thing. I never do that. It's gotten to the point where like I refuse. Like if you don't put it all in one, I refuse to go to your page. And I just move on. Put it all in one video, please.
Do you know that in Bedazzled, the devil asked the students to prove Fermat's last theorem, a legendary problem from 1630 with stories of mathematicians selling their souls for the answer. The problem was eventually proved in 1995 by Andrew Wiles with the aid of computers. Do you know that in Bedazzled?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to anything he said. No, that's interesting. That's kind of cool that they put that little. I didn't know that. The little nod, because if you don't know, Bedazzled's the movie about. It had Brendan Fraser in it when he was younger, and he like makes a deal with the devil, and this is the devil, obviously. And so that's a nice little nod. But yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's fun. It's stupid, ridiculous, but it's fun. It's a fun 90s movie.
So if you're gonna live in a storage unit, you're gonna need to be.
What now? Guy shows off his storage unit apartment, and you are not well, obviously you're not supposed to do that. I think it's illegal. One, it's illegal, but you're not. So how are you living? Don't they have cameras? Like, and doesn't it get hot? Because like I've had to have storage. I had to have some storage units. Especially when I was younger adult. I had to have like I rented like a small like closet. That's like all my stuff that I have can fit in a tiny little closet, like 5x5. I had to live out like of my car and like a hotel rooms for a while. And so I needed somewhere to put like my bed and, anything else that I might have. It's sad when all my stuff can fit in a 5x5, but that's the reality. Anyways, but like, I mean, I didn't go to the nicest storage units, but like even the dirt cheap, crappy, slightly pretty sketchy ones that I used, they all had maybe they had cameras because it was sketchy. Realizing, they had cameras, and they're like, and also it was hot. Like I live in a hot area, like desert basically. It's a more of like a scrub desert. It's not technically a desert, it's like the edge of the desert, but it would be hot. Like when I had to move stuff, it would be like over 100 degrees in there. And I know there are ones that are like air conditioned, but I feel like those ones would definitely have security cameras, and they watch you and make sure. Like on mine, it wasn't. I guess maybe if it's open 24/7, but yeah, I think they would have cameras to protect themselves, like from like fraud and things like that, like the business.
Be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost.
Well, yeah,
if anybody
it's
finds out
illegal.
you're here, that's when you start running into trouble.
How?
So
this looks.
First of all,
this looks like a nice one, so it might be. Like they have ones that are like temperature controlled, like that's part of like the selling point or why it's more expensive. It's like, oh, it's temperature controlled, so you know.
First of all, I needed power for my unit.
Yeah, how you doing this?
What I did is I ran an extension cord along the
and
the power
nobody
cable
saw
here.
you do this. Nobody.
Sort of zip-tied it
There
off.
can't. I guess there isn't cameras in here.
So you can't really tell it's
obviously
power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely. So this is my unit here, and
it's
at the top
wild.
of the unit you can see I have
I mean,
an
yeah.
antenna,
Oh,
and that's
wow,
so I
look at
can
that.
get a cell signal inside the unit itself.
Don't
because
do
once you
this, by
close
the way.
door,
it's very dangerous.
It drops all signal.
I mean, I guess you've got to do
I
what you
have a
got to do to
lock,
survive.
which
I
I've
mean,
magnetized onto
I feel ya.
the door, so it looks like it's locked, even when it's not.
Right.
And then when I actually do want to lock it, I can just use this lock or use another one down here and leave that one there. All right, so let's take a look.
I mean,
at the
guy
unit.
put in a lot of thought into this. See, he's inside.
So in here, I've got my TV.
How does no one not know? I mean, dude, you're putting it online. They're gonna know now.
I've got my bed.
Don't show your face.
I've got my kitchen area over there.
Yeah,
with
I mean, I
fridge.
guess water's not really a thing because you just bring in like water in like jugs, and then when do the old either have a cheap membership at like a YMCA or a really really cheap gym, but gyms are kind of more. It's kind of like your only option is a YMCA to take showers and stuff like that.
And my couch over here.
But like, what about like
once
food
you're
stuff?
inside
Like,
here,
you're gonna have to clean your dishes.
you
I
can
guess you
close
could
the
use
door.
jugs. Don't show your face, bro.
And I've screwed on a latch here, so that way you can close it.
I mean, obviously they don't have security cameras, but that's wild. I mean, he is obviously in a state where, like, I live in a state where they're very strict on stuff
so you
like
can
this.
see what you're doing.
Because a lot of people try to
Up
do it.
here, I've got a
so
toaster
they have
oven.
cameras everywhere. Yeah, all you need is a
And,
toaster
this toaster oven
Yeah, it's
actually works
basically
pretty
an
well,
oven.
I'd say it works.
I
just as well
mostly
as a
use my. I mean,
conventional
I have
oven.
an oven, but I mostly just use my toaster oven. I have like a nice
I've got
big toaster
some
oven.
dishes over
that,
here.
Like, you can do pizzas in.
Got some more pots and pans over here.
Yeah, he's got a
My
nice little
fridge
setup.
is right
Dude,
here.
I wish, like, there's like apartments in Japan that are like basically like tiny home apartments where it's basically like that. Like you just have a small, kind of like, like a studio apartment, but like not huge and ridiculously overpriced. Like it's just small, one room. It has like a little kitchen thing, and a bathroom, and that's it. And like they're dirt cheap, so like people can afford them. But like we'll never do that in America because it's not profitable. But like, yeah, I mean, I basically live in my like this little box. You see, I live in a room, and that's it. I just need a bathroom and like access to
up
water.
on this
That's
part of the
basically all
kitchen,
need.
I have
and electricity,
cutting board,
and internet,
so I can
but
make some lunch or dinner there.
That's
I have a
wild.
hot plate for boiling water.
That's wild.
Cereal.
But yeah, people are gonna try to do
Here
this more, and
is,
they're gonna get more strict on this because
here's the Tupperware.
The company
And
can get
then
sued
over here I've
by the
got
state.
food
if,
cupboard.
There's a reason they
all
don't
my
allow
food.
people to do this is because
And this is the
of
sink I've built.
bureaucratic
And the sink
laws
is
and
basically
whatnot,
like
but-
a 25-liter container filled with water.
yeah,
And
and
I've
you just
attached
drain it
these
down. Yeah,
tubes here,
pretty
so
simple.
You just open it up.
Like I
and the
said,
water
I
comes
mean,
down this tube.
I wish people could just
and
live
out
the way they
there.
want to live, but
So you've got running water.
we live in a society.
Dishes, you got a drink, whatever, and then
Yeah,
the water
that's cool,
filters
man. I mean, he
into
put in a
this
lot
bucket,
of work. The
which
fact
goes
that he was
down into
able
these holes here,
to put in so
which
much
goes
work, like
into
clearly
a
took a long
funnel,
time, and
which leads
nobody
into a
noticed.
separate
This place
container
obviously
here.
doesn't
And I usually
have
find
security
I
or
have to empty
security
that
cameras,
container
but I'm
and
surprised
refill
that
one usually once a week.
like he
maybe
has to
twice.
be in one that's temperature controlled, which I assume if they have enough money to have a temperature controlled storage unit, they would put security cameras in, but I guess not. Because yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that where I am. Even if you found a place that didn't have security cameras, unless you were in temperature controlled, you'll die. Like I said, I had some close calls of heat stroke just moving stuff in and out of my storage. Like when I finally found a place, because it was so hot. Yeah, it was kind of dumb of me.
So over here above the bed,
ooh, a little bar area. Dude, I would live here in a heartbeat. The only thing is, I kind of need access to a bathroom, but because I have like stomach issues.
Back there, behind the bed. So what I've done is I've built this
pretty
little
sweet. But yeah, I couldn't. You couldn't do this in my state. They would.
And then the hinge drops
they were
down.
Strict.
And then that.
Good on him. I mean, that would save you so much money because like storage units are expensive only if you're not. But if it's your only payment, like they're usually like a couple $100 a month. So, it's way cheaper than like $2,000 a month.
While you go and get whatever you need to from back there.
That's wild. This is great. I'm all for it. Like, good for him. I hope he doesn't get caught. He probably is, but
this works just like it would
good
in
for
any
him.
closet. Put your
I wish
clothes
people
there,
could,
except I've included this.
There were options like this that we could use,
on this
but
string, so
nope.
You can push.
If it don't make money, we don't care how good it is for people.
Up here, I built
Welcome
some
to America.
Items that I'm storing in here that I don't really use too much.
Yeah, how did he
got my
build all
snowboard
this?
hanging
Like,
from
because
the
it's all
ceiling
metal.
there.
So how did he attach the wood?
As you can see,
beams
all
and
the
stuff?
stuff I've built in here is all built basically hanging from the ceiling.
How?
And the way I did
Because it's all metal.
is I just got 2x4s,
I
really
see
long
that, okay.
2x4s, and put them all the way across the unit.
Okay.
And then
How is it? How is it attached? Because this is metal. This is the top. Because all storage units are all metal because like protects. It's easy, cheap, and easy to make storage units out of metal. How is this attached?
I used L brackets to build shelving down.
Okay,
from
yeah,
that.
but that doesn't explain how this is attached.
So the lights.
How did you
lighting
do
system
this?
Here is they're all
Again,
these are all,
imagine
like,
this guy
Philips
hammering,
Hue lights.
drilling,
So you can
nailing,
just turn
cutting,
them on and off with either
no,
your smartphone
nobody
app
noticed.
or this wireless
running cables and pipes,
here.
and nobody
Of course,
noticed.
I do have my router there broadcasting.
It is a TV.
my
I guess he
network,
can have
which
like
that's all
headphones, so
connected
no one can hear him.
This is my new TV I just bought. It's a 4K TV.
Priorities.
And I've got it hooked up.
Hell
to my
yeah,
computer,
priorities,
so I
baby.
can game on it or watch
Yeah, fuck yeah,
movies
gamer.
or do anything like that. So up here, I've got this is my left surround speaker. So the thing about the speakers is
How
to
are
hear
you not being
properly,
caught? If he's playing the sound from his TV, how is he not getting caught? That would just like I don't know if you've ever been in a storage unit. They're dead silent. You can hear a pin drop. How are you?
should
How are
be
you getting
positioned
away
over
with
here
this?
in
I
the
mean, good for
center
him.
and
I'm
then
rooting
to
for
the
you,
right.
man.
But
I'm
since
rooting
this is
for
the
you,
doorway,
buddy.
sort
It's
of
hard out
built
there. I
this
get it.
On a sliding system,
Dude, this guy,
so it just slides
very,
over.
Like does
Now
things
it's in the
himself,
correct
which I
spot,
like.
so
I like
you'll
it.
have
He solves
proper
problems. I
sound.
like it. I'm
And
rooting
of
for
course,
this
I've
man.
got the
This is
back
amazing.
speakers.
I would love to live here. Dude, imagine I could save like thousands of
As
dollars.
for extra storage, if you look up in the ceiling, I've got some
Yep.
games stored up there, just some pieces of wood to
Dude, this is
store
awesome.
various items. Got my nunchucks up here.
Oh,
and
okay.
all my shoes.
So he put the boards
It's a great place to build a
okay.
shoe rack.
So I think he put boards like laying across. There's like slats, and he laid the boards across, and then with the boards being laid across, and then like being supported by the metal slats, he then put wood and to attach, and so it's like gravity that's holding. Okay, interesting. I've never seen a top with slats. It's always
For
been just
storing my
solid metal.
Other clothes that aren't on the rack over there, I have pull-out drawers.
Dude.
So if you're gonna live in a storage unit,
Dude, that. I mean, good on him. Good on him for doing that. But yeah, it's probably gonna get caught, and a lot of people are probably gonna do this, especially in the coming years, probably, and they're probably gonna start cracking down even harder on it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if someone, they're always talking about affordable housing, but they never build it. All you need to do is just build a simple room that has just look at Japanese apartments where literally they don't really have a kitchen. I mean, they just have a sink for the kitchen and then a place like a single burner. Because that's all you really need is one hot plate, unless you're a family of 4 or something. But yeah, you just need that. It's basically just like a shelf that has the sink and then the hot plate and then the place where you can put your fridge, and that's the kitchen, and then they have a little thing for a bathroom, and then it's just one single room, and that's it. And that's, you know, all you need. But yeah, I don't know. Housing is super expensive where I'm at. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just ridiculous. It's always ridiculous.
Every year, dozens of people go missing in the national parks. Most of them are found, but some of them are not, and they go missing under baffling circumstances.
You know, I've come to like Aiden Mattis.
I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, people go disappearing all the time. It's really easy. I don't think people understand how easy it is to get lost in the woods. Even just like going on a trail, if you just go off a little, it is so easy, especially if you're not used to it. And most people don't have a good sense of direction. Like I have an okay sense of direction, but I've gotten lost pretty before, and it was scary, but I found my way back. But yeah, it happens like that.
He's a smart young man, and if you don't follow him already, you should, because if you like my content, you're probably going to like his. That said, we don't always agree on everything, which is absolutely fine. And the missing 411 conspiracy is one of those things where our
conspiracy time.
Differs. And that's because, from my point of view, I've not seen any of these cases that can't be explained by something that is purely mundane. Now, I'm going to watch Aiden and the Lore Lodge's video about the missing 411 because there's some things I have questions about. And
I have no idea what that is.
You should check it out as well. But in this video, Aiden points out some commonalities between these cases that make the disappearances seem somewhat unusual. Right, so let's hear what Aiden has to say, and then I'll offer my thoughts as a friendly skeptic.
Yeah, let's hear.
There are several key points to this. One is that people go missing near water. They also go missing near boulder fields.
I don't know. This is okay. Maybe it was just my no. Does this little cutout right here? Does this look? For some reason, I mean, this looks like not a real part. Like it looks like CGI. I think it's just the lighting in my glasses. But I was like, it looks like a CGI person. It's not real. It's fake. It's not.
Boulder fields.
Okay, wait, what?
There are several key points to this. One is that people go missing near water. They also go missing near boulder fields.
The presence of water doesn't seem unusual to me. Water draws many people to nature and national parks. Maybe they want to fish. Maybe they just want a nice view. So, yeah, there probably is going to be water in the area. Additionally, if you are lost in the woods for a long period of time, what's one of the first things you need to survive?
Water.
Boulder fields are like a gauntlet of danger. Not only could you lose your footing very easily,
what are boulder fields? But I don't get out much.
You can break bones, hit your head, leaving you confused or immobile and vulnerable to predation and the elements. And of course, there's a plethora of venomous creepy crawlies that make their homes under rocks.
Sudden weather changes are common, as are the inability of dogs to actually discover a scent of the missing person.
Now, search and rescue dogs are just simply not effective 100% of the time. In 2015, there was a study conducted by the Wilderness and Environmental Medicine Journal, and the dogs in their study were successful about 76% of the time.
That's pretty
good,
If
that is accurate, and we assume that they use dogs to try to find every single one of those thousands of missing people, which I don't know if they do. They probably don't.
What's the 411?
You're looking
Am I
at
going to have to look this
25%.
All right. I hope nothing bad pops up. You know what? Oh, God, don't look. Here, let me do this. Just in case. Just in case. I don't want to, 411 conspiracy. I know how to spell conspiracy. Okay, what's the 411 conspiracy? Missing. Yeah, the missing. Looking on it. We're investigating. Okay. It doesn't look like anything's bad on here. Okay, so we'll flip over. An investigation of the missing 411 conspiracy. People are going missing from American national parks. Yeah, that's not surprising. You have some tourists who've never been in a park and they do stupid things and they die. You can die real easily. I don't know if you know this, but you can die really easy. At least that's a claim being made by author David Blatt, his Missing 41 series books. Classified over 1,440 missing person cases. I have a little bit of dyslexia, so bear with me. Cases under the Missing 411 label. At its core, Missing 411 is a vague claim that something unusual is occurring related to the deaths and disappearance. Okay, what is it? Concept steeped in a blah 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 conspiracy. Okay, blah 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 blah. Investigating. This is not helpful. Damn it! I have to flip over. Sorry, I have to protect myself. You know how it is. YouTube. Okay, maybe if I add Missing 411 conspiracy. Maybe if I add what is. I'm not getting like a little Google, like, you know, the little questions that people have asked. It's not popping up. Okay, well, there's a Wikipedia page, so I assume nothing bad's gonna happen on that. Oh, it has Bigfoot and Sasquatch on it. Bigfoot and Sasquatch, you know, you'll always love to see that. Okay, series of books and film which document cases of people gone missing in national. Okay, yeah, we know that. Is he saying it's Big Feet? Okay. Investigation. In his pursuits, Bigfoot plans self-described Bigfoot related book. Okay. Following his work on Bigfoot, you know, like you do. His next project was the Missing 411, a series of okay, yeah, we know that. Following this, his work essentially began when he's doing research in national parks and off-duty ranger. Blah blah blah. Some of the people cases in the park. Blah blah blah. Obliged uncovered multiple lines of evidence suggesting negligence on the part of the Park Service in following. Okay. Investigations of missing people across the world and led to the belief that he has uncovered a mysterious series of worldwide disappearances which have defied logic and conventional explanation. Okay. As of August 2021, Liz has written 10. Okay, yeah, we don't care about the books. We want to know what it is. Okay. Okay, opponents advise the readers to go outside to their normal comfort zone to determine who or what is the culprit. One of the books publicized causing this. Okay, he does not yet have a theory. He doesn't have a theory. Okay, so it's just people to say. Okay, so there's nothing. He has nothing. He's just saying there's a lot of people who go disappearing and we don't know why. What else is new? Yeah, a lot of people go missing and he doesn't have any theories. He's just saying there's people missing. Good work. Good work on ya. Okay, I guess I don't need to be over there. I'll put it over here. Okay. All right. Well, that kind
of those people who are not going to be found by dogs. That's a pretty large number of people.
I'm not.
Well, when remains are found, they are often missing clothes, or clothes are found where no remains are found.
Now, he does talk about a few other things, but I want to focus on this one because this is a sign of hypothermia.
Yeah, hypothermia.
It's called paradoxical undressing, and people that have died from hypothermia are often found with their clothes off or in the process of being taken.
Your mind starts to go.
And it's believed to be caused by a sudden feeling of heat due to an aneurysm or some type of internal hemorrhage.
Yeah, it happens.
Additionally, going back to a body of water, if you get wet and you're not able to get warm, even if the temperature's in the 40s or low 50s,
better to take off your clothes.
You can get hypothermia, especially if you're a child and you don't know how to take care of yourself. If your clothes
get wet, it's better to be naked.
Every year, dozens of people go missing in the national parks.
Okay, yeah, 411, it's nothing. It's just people go missing for all sorts of reasons.
Hey, Ben, how'd you like Top Gun?
I loved Top Gun.
What is that?
What?
What is
the fuck?
I assume he doesn't usually have a mustache, and so that's funny. I haven't seen Top Gun. I've heard good things. I just don't know if I want to go in the theater. I heard it's really good though. I heard like they did a lot of practical effects and that the story, it's like an actual sequel and not some like terrible reboot. So, but as only thing there better be, it ain't a Top Gun movie without a homoerotic volleyball scene. That's all I'm saying. I didn't hear anybody talking about it. It's a big thing in the first movie. Needs to be in the second one. If it's not in the second, no, I'm just kidding. No, but I heard it's a good movie. But it would be funny if there's a volleyball scene. Everyone would cheer. That's good. How did you even say? Oh, okay. So there's gonna be a lot of animal stuff. There's a lot of animal things, and so what happens is a lot of like sad animal stories that like people finding. I'll forego it. I'll skip it. It's pretty heavy stuff, and if you don't have the right mindset for it, so I'll skip these. Okay.
Let's make a terrarium.
Hey, it's that
VTuber.
Jar
bottle, obviously. You'll need a few other.
It's that VTuber. It's one of the populars. Are VTubers doing terrarium tutorials? We've come so far.
Other than a clear jar or bottle,
we truly live in a society.
Other things. One chopstick to help with placement. Firstly, I prefer long tweezers. some gravel to cover the bottom of your jar.
This is wild.
Some dirt, some stones for decoration,
This is so
as long as
wild.
they fit.
It's so
and of
weird.
course,
I mean,
some
it's
plants to
I'm
bring
all
it to
for it.
life.
I like.
And these are
I'm a
optional, but
huge
they-
I'm a huge fan of the VTube. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of like all the freaking drama. Like, I literally watch some guy. His channel is just reporting on VTuber drama, and it's like he posts daily, and he has multiple different stories every day that are happening. There's so much. I just can't believe the amount of VTuber drama there is when they're so new. It's crazy. But other than that, I'm a big fan of the VTuber. I like it because it gives people like a chance to, you know, be creative, who are like a little bit more timid and want to hide their face. You know, I like exposing your face. Like what I'm doing now it's so brave. No. But it does take, like, you know, you have to have a certain type of personality, certain type of mental strength and all that stuff to, you know, take the hate and people, you know, saying horrible things to you for no reason, all that stuff, and picking apart your looks, which they're gonna do. But you know, a lot of people just who can't handle that but are still like super interesting and have, you know, content or art that needs to be made. And it's just nice to see them. It's just nice to see it. Also, I think it's a really good avenue for you know, again, like, especially I guess more for women who want to stream, you know, or do video stuff. Like, you know, our people put so much more on looks for women, obviously for looks than for women than men. And so I think it's nice that, you know, you can just have a nice avatar and then like your personality can really shine. And I think it's actually nice because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, when the whole like Twitch thing with, you know, the whole hot tub streams, and there's a whole slew of certain individuals making content that is just, you know, we know why they're there. You know, the boobas are out, you know why your audience is there. We all know. And like, you know, people are upset, so like, oh, they're cheating and they're, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, whatever. But I think this kind of, you know, you know, negates that. And because like anyone can have anyone can just make or hire someone to have this, but like if you have an audience, you know that they're there for your personality, you know. So that's kind of like a big boost, because obviously they're not there for your looks, because they can't see you. But I think it really shines. So I think the people who are VTubing who have like amassed these really big audience, I think that's super impressive, because you know that they're there, that audience is there for you. Like, because like I said, anyone can draw these, or you can hire anyone to draw these, you know what I mean, or make your 3D models. But so if they're there, they're really there for you. And so I think it's great. I really like the community and stuff like that, and I hope it like continues to expand. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty exciting. I also I dabbled in like a thing like 2 years ago. God, it's been 2 years. I have a little guy. It's like a little 3D little chonky guy, like you can see down there. And his mouth moves and his eyes move like to a point, because their eyes are kind of funny looking. But I haven't used it here just because of the way my camera's set up. So like on my previous, like I only had one monitor, and it was a much smaller monitor than this, so I could have my camera like up on it and looking down, and it could track my face. But now, since I look this way and my camera's here, I would have to be doing this, but like, which is fine if I was just talking and not really doing anything. But if I do in games, which is the most thing I do with streams or in videos, like I have to be obviously paying attention to what I'm doing. And so it doesn't quite track me right. And I tried putting the camera like over in this corner, but there's just no place to really put the camera at work. So I haven't used it, but I have it. I've used it. You can look at are they on this channel? No, I think it's on my Chonky PuFFs channel. You can see it, like some of the early ones there. I did some game playthroughs with my little thing like 2 years ago. But anyways, tangent. A bird walk. I used to have a teacher in high school who used to go on tangents and used to call them bird walks. He'd be walking and he'd be talking, and then he'd be on one side of the classroom and he'd be like, bird walk, and he would like literally walk over to the other. He would take like 20 bird walks in a class. It was great. We all loved him. But yeah, a little bit of a bird walk there. But yeah, I'm all for the VTubing. It's just very interesting, like seeing a VTuber do like a tutorial, like a terrarium tutorial. It's very weird, but it's fun. I love it. All right.
Hey, do you want to go get some food somewhere?
Oh, so quiet. Too quiet.
When you drop soap into a bowl of water, you'll notice it sinks, but not ivory soap. Ivory soap floats because it has so many air bubbles. When microwaving regular soap, it's just not quite as cool as...
Why are we microwaving soap now? We went from buoyancy to like, and then when you microwave them, as I know everyone does.
Ivory soap. As you can see, some of the bubbles are expanding, but it's not that overwhelming because when the bubbles expand, then they pop, which causes them to shrink. By the way, heating this one up does give it a weird texture, but it's still pretty usable, unlike some other soaps, which actually just turn into liquid. Anyway, now it's time to microwave the ivory soap, which, as I already mentioned, has way more air pockets. Immediately, you start to see the bubbles erupt out of the bottom, and it just doesn't stop there. Something interesting about ivory soap is that allegedly its invention was an accident. Apparently, a worker left the mixing machine on for too long, which caused air to be added to the original ingredients. Although others claim this might be a myth or some good marketing. Either way, it's pretty cool that it floats and balloons up into this fluffy cloud. When I first took it out of the microwave, I tried to touch it, but it was a bit too hot. After giving it a few seconds to cool down, but not letting it shrink too much, I grabbed a piece of it, and it kind of looks like cotton candy, although obviously don't eat it. When you drop soap into a bowl of water, you'll notice it sinks, but not ivory soap.
And that's the end of the video. Oh, I love it. Just don't. I mean, do whatever you're gonna do, but don't. I'm just gonna say as a disclaimer, as a responsible content creator, do not stick random things in your microwave. They can explode. Even eggs, like there's a whole thing of people sticking like eggs, like whole eggs in their microwaves, and then they take it out and it explodes and it burns their face and they look like Two-Face from Batman. Yeah, don't do that. Don't play with your microwave. Leave it to the professional. Ooh. Oh, nope. Music. Okay. When you're hungry, offered you the last snack. Oh, raccoon. I love raccoons. I love all the little woodland critters. Obviously I love cats. I love foxes because they're cat-like, but I love raccoons. I love possums, and yes, I love the American possums, not the Australian. I mean, the Australian ones are cute, but I like our possums too. I like the passion. Look at their little hands. They got little hands. There's gonna be a lot of raccoons and ferrets and little critters probably on here. All right. Oh, rooster teeth. Ooh. Oh no! Stop. Oh no! What have you done?
That's TikTok. What is it? They just have that little owl, that little green dude, and they just do all the TikTok trends and stuff.
Okay, well,
So I was just doing research on a new video about mosquitoes and found out that at Disneyland in Florida, where there's tons of swamps, there's no mosquitoes. And one way that they do this is they design all of their buildings and structures to not pool any water so that the mosquitoes can't breed. They also got rid of all of the swampy water and replaced it with constantly moving water. So obviously there's rides where there's moving water, but they also have fountains everywhere so that water at Disneyland is never still. And finally, the results are in from this epic study where they genetically modified mosquitoes so that the offspring of these genetically modified mosquitoes, all the females would die, and the male mosquitoes would carry the genetically modified gene to the next generation to, again, kill all the female offspring, then have genetically modified male babies, etc. It worked. They did the study in Florida, and they found that also the spread of these genetically modified mosquitoes only went about 400 meters, so it's not like it took over and like we had no more mosquitoes anymore, which I know we all know is going to end the world. Also, did you know that the main animal mosquitoes want to bed were their favorite snack? So leave it to Disney to figure out how to get rid of these bad boys. So I was just doing research
let's not praise Disney for genetically modifying an animal to its death. As annoying as it may be, probably shouldn't praise genetic modification that led to a mass extinction.
You'd like the teachers to carry.
What's going on? Oh no. I'm gonna go political. Can't tell if this is a joke or not. Oh, okay. Let's go. We haven't done a political. Let's do a political.
You'd like the teachers to carry weapons.
Yeah, everybody should be allowed to carry a weapon. Except maybe on an airplane.
Except
so
when you're on an
airplane.
Teachers
should have a weapon on them in the classroom?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be intimidating for the students to have their teacher with a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, I want him there.
And,
well, you're not in school,
teachers
so.
with guns, possible solution.
They need to put to death all these people who are on death row.
You want to put them to death.
Okay. Well, we swung.
You want to kill all those people.
Yeah, kill. Yeah, they don't have public excuse where everybody.
Hey, what is this? What is this shirt? Biden is a socialist, fraud, liar, and okay.
You believe in public execution?
I'm all for public execution.
What are your thoughts on abortion?
I'm against abortion. It's murder. That's why I got this shirt right here.
Okay, I get why I can't tell. I get why they said I can't tell why this is a joke or not. I'm against murder, but we should kill them all. I don't care where you're at, but you at least got to be consistent. Oh my goodness. Imagine.
Logic suggests that even if you can travel.
Okay, what is this? I have no idea. I read this and none of this registered in my brain.
Into the future, we'll never know.
Oh, you can travel into the future.
Yes, but
even in Einstein's theory, as far as you want.
Yes, but
you can't come back.
No one will actually do it because it would require a great scientific effort and a lot of money. But no one would ever be able to prove.
We do it.
That they'd been in the future.
It's been proved. So moving clocks run slow.
Has it been proved?
Yes, moving clocks run slow relative to stationary ones. So if you were to run across this studio now and run back and sit down, and we measured the time on your watch very accurately, it would your watch relative to mine would have run slower, and that's actually central to the way the satellite navigation system works. It requires to be so that's true, and that's part of Einstein's theory.
But you couldn't, or you wouldn't. Let's say the scientific community wouldn't do this. Take a human being and try and put them into the future.
Of course they would.
What would be the point of it?
Well, no, you do that. You just do. But if you, let's say you fly, I know a number, which is the speed the protons go around the Large Hadron Collider. So they go around the Large Hadron Collider at 99.999999% the speed of light. At that speed, time passes 7,000 times more slowly for the protons than it does for the experimenters sat watching them going around, and that's relativity. So every time someone gets on a rocket and goes to the moon and comes back, their time will have passed slightly more slowly than the people on Earth. Therefore, they'll have gone into the future.
Logic suggests that even if you can travel into the future,
I understood all that. Don't worry, I did.
This is my 5-gallon
Oh God,
saltwater
another. Oh, is it because? All right, so it's gonna get more messed up. The more we watch, the more this is gonna get messed up. And now we're talking about. I don't. What is this? What this
All it
YouTuber
has are
does?
3 rocks, 2 tiny hermit crabs, and a
Isn't this the ground pound girl?
ton of hitchhikers, like this vermitid snail who's just slurping away. These snails are immobile for basically its entire life. They're like little fishermen trapped in a lighthouse, shooting out strings of mucus to catch debris in the water.
Her tank.
Then they slurp it up like a big noodle. Most people consider them pests because they release
Interesting. It's just we'll move on.
Hello there. As the face of Star Wars TikTok.
The face of what?
Oh gosh. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know why this guy isn't popping up, but he's a puppet guy. He's really into Star Wars. He answers Star Wars questions. That's her context.
Oh, come on, man. Don't put yourself in front of everybody else in the community. That's how you lose followers. Goodness sakes.
Yeah, you tell
Some people just have no tact.
Hello there. As the face of Star Wars TikTok.
The face of what?
I think he just made it as an offhand remark. But the puppet has spoken, so the puppet has spoken. Nope. Chintzy nurse delivering a dead body to oh. Sorry, we can't use the music, so because of old YouTube. Yep. You're gonna be dead, but the video is gonna look great. It's gonna look real great.
Asked how it worked. Stay so white. Well, I throw them in the laundry with a bunch of melamine sponges. Throw them in, put a laundry pot in there, set the thing, wash them, no bleach, and this is how they come out. So bright.
Here's the thing. You could just wash your shoes. It has nothing to do with these. It's not magic. These are like, you have to actually scrub. And them rolling around in your thing isn't gonna... But you do you. It's on TikTok, so it's definitely true. The robot lady voice said so.
Mom, are you...
Wait, my mother just found a Goodwill Lego deal of the decade. Oh, God.
My mom just went to Goodwill, and she's like, should I get all this Lego? It looks like there's some Star Wars stuff, and it looks like there's this Sandcrawler, UCS Sandcrawler, UCS Slave 1 with the boba in there, and I haven't even gone through the rest of this.
Oh my God,
guys, seriously, this is not real life right now. Just like,
I'm not even a huge
Star Wars Lego person, but I gotta know that's gotta be for $20.
Yeah, that's
with
big
all the
money.
figures. Next, we
sells for. Why is my internet being weird?
We got the
Oh no, it's just TikTok. Yeah, because my stream's fine.
UCS Sandcrawler
for $20.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, it even has the $100 plus Uncle Owen figure.
Ooh.
I'm actually going insane over this.
That's
haul.
wild.
We got the UCS tumbler with figures for $20.
Gotta go to Goodwill, man. I mean, there's all these videos, but like, I only go to Goodwill because I can't afford clothes anywhere else. But yeah, there's good stuff.
This is actually
I don't go to. I actually don't think I've ever been to a Goodwill. There's a bunch of like local thrift shops in where I live in the poor area, so there's like 3 different 99-cent stores in town, and not counting Dollar Trees, and there's like 2 local thrift shops. Yeah.
But we have the Quickie Mart with figures. Then we have a Kylo Ren's shuttle and an X-Wing with a handful of Star Wars figures as well. Then last, but certainly not least, we have this Lord of the Rings tower with figures. Man. This set alone is about $350 plus. And what was the grand total? $72.74. For all this and all the figures.
That's pretty crazy.
If your issue with the reboot of Static is him getting involved with Black Lives Matter, then it is important to remember that...
Whoa. Lot of information you just threw at me. Okay, so they redid Static Shock. Oh, man. I mean, who cares about if he's involved in the... I mean, that's... My problem with the redoing of things is that they've all been bad. All of them. Like, it'd be different if they're like, oh, we've had some, screw ups, but it's like, all of them have been bad. It's kind of like Disney doing the live actions, where they're like, all of them have been bad. All of them. None of them have been good. So stop doing it. But I guess he's bad, or people are
BLM
mad.
is not an organized group. It is a decentralized movement that started in the wake of several murders of black people, especially as a result of police brutality.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
BLM is strictly about how black lives do in fact matter. They don't matter more than others. There is just a disproportionate amount of police brutality and murder of black people.
Correct.
When you go to the doctor...
What's going on with his face? I wish I could zoom. I can't see, but his face looks weird. Looks like Invader Zim style drawing. Static Shock is good. I don't know. Again, I haven't read it. I probably won't read it, but I don't know. They just seems to be the trend of just redoing things, not really putting any thought in it, not really caring, and just kind of trying to produce something just for the sake of producing something, and it's garbage. So that's my own thing. But the original, if you get a chance to watch the original Static Shock, they had TV series, an animated TV series. If you have to watch that, it is a great show, and it deals with really intense subject matters, like his best friend his dad being like openly racist to him, like to his face, and just like drug addiction and all sorts of crazy stuff, or not crazy stuff, but normal things that problems people run into. It was one of my favorite cartoons, animations. Sorry, there was a weird beep. One of my favorite animations growing up. So yeah, if you can, I don't know, I may look that up. I might want to watch that. I wonder somebody has to own the rights to it somewhere. It's DC, so who owns DC? Does Warner own DC? Does Warner exist? Who exists? Are they bought by Cox? Who owns anything? But yeah, I highly recommend actually watching this. I mean, you probably don't have to. It's probably not going to be good, but maybe it will be. Hey, maybe this will be the one that will defy all the odds. I rather doubt it.
Apparently, Hiccup is left-handed. They even took this into consideration during How to Train Your Dragon 2 while designing his new armor. The right arm has a little more padding than the left. It also has a compass and a pencil up in the top forearm, and it can hold maps. His left arm, not being as protected as the right, is able to get in and out of pockets easier, and he's able to hold a dagger.
Okay, so they kept consistent with their story and focused on the little details. I know that might be a crazy thing nowadays where people just creators just don't seem to care. But back, when this was made, that was the norm. It was the norm to care about what you make. Oh, here we go. Culture. That's good. That's good. That's good. If you don't get the reference, that's too bad. It's an old movie. Look it up.
Monster like a creature, running around in the crowd, looking for a target.
Wait. The presence of evil spirits is not a good thing. What? Again, the robot voice kills me.
Strange thing is, these beautiful girls can't seem to see it, and chatting and laughing. But this scene, seen clearly by Tony Zine and Yang Eyes, but he has to pretend he can't see.
Yeah, I didn't.
So why do toads just let us do whatever we want with them?
No. No.
So why do toads just let us do whatever we want with them?
Dude, that's why you got made a frog army. I mean, these are toads, not frogs. But frog army, man. Very obedient. That's hilarious. Yeah, why do they just don't care. Can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Oh my gosh.
Is this what it's come to? Me destroying my own furniture just to make my point? This post is not for the non-believers. This post is for furniture painters.
What? I don't... What? I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Swamp mud is for... Okay, so it's a thing that fills in deep scratches.
Who I can help. Watch this.
Okay.
You see that paint didn't fill in all those scratches. So I'm putting on the swamp mud, and I like to use a roller, but you can use a brush. Now you don't have to go back and sand the whole thing off. Just a light sand to get it smooth. So now let's put the paint on again. I stand by the 99%. Out of all those scratches, all I see is that little dent. Just that little one. But it's awesome. It works.
So it's just tagged in this pretty great video right here.
Okay. Thanks for the opportunity to share this.
My name is Reese. I work in the state capitol as a chief of staff for 2 politicians. If you stitch this video and tell me why our tree should be the black walnut, I will take everything that you say and I will use that as the reasoning for the legislation.
And Reese, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about why I think that the black walnut is a better state tree for Missouri. I assure you.
Okay. I was like, what?
How dare you? Reclaiming?
What is this? Oh yeah, this lady. She's going. Wait, Kate Rutter owns. Oh. I read that as owns, like she owns, but it's one of those owns videos. I hit this all the time, but I love it. Owns activist in gun reform hearing. It's fine. Like, I don't know. I'm just not in the mood for any, like, this person gets totally owned. You know what I mean? Like, well, skip.
It is said that after overlapping your Chinese book with your math...
Stop with the robot voice.
This Indigenous filmmaker from Canada was blocked from walking the red carpet at Cannes for wearing traditional moccasins at a movie premiere.
Those are cool.
I just was trying to put on my moccasins for a formal event, and it was like, get out. That's not allowed.
Oh, no.
Cannes has a strict black tie dress code. Security told him he needed regular dress shoes, even though the festival allows national dress, like kilts.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, like, as dumb as it is, but like, you know, it's their event, they have rules. But if they let other people have cultural things, then obviously they're making exceptions for certain people and not for others. Yeah, I was gonna say, if they made everyone wear this, then like, yes, that's stupid, but like, it's their rule, it's their thing, they can do whatever they want. But as we saw, like, it isn't black tie only if you can wear ceremonial kilts. So
this was made by my sister and it has cultural value, and I'd like to hope that there's space for me to be Dene and wear my cultural items. They're like, nope, not those. But I tried to explain to the people, you know, who I was, what they meant, where they come from, the significance of them.
Yeah, like I said, he wouldn't have an argument if the fact that they let other people, they let other people go against their dress code for cultural significant reasons. The fact that they already did that, now they have to do it for everyone. You know what I mean? It's either everyone gets it or no one gets it. You can't pick and choose which one you're like, oh, I like this. I like the man skirts better. You know what I mean? You can't just pick and choose. It's either in our. So yeah, if they had never let anybody change their rules, you know, like it's either our rules or the highway, if they had kept consistent with that, then yeah, this guy, I mean, it's again stupid, but this guy wouldn't really have a case. But he has a case because they clearly, as they showed in this, of course, you know, we're taking the word of the person who made this video. They could be lying, and they could not allow people, Scotsmen with kilts and things like that. They could not allow that. So, but if they do, then they got some splaining to do.
Nobody quite knew what to do.
Redverse was part of a group of Indigenous filmmakers from Canada, invited partly to raise awareness about Indigenous cinema.
I mean,
a lot of times when I have gone to award shows or to formal events, you know, I really strive to incorporate my culture. They're not just important to me, but the moccasin is a pretty well-known item of clothing, not just for my culture, but for like several cultures across North America.
The next day, Can organizers met with the group to apologize.
America, basically.
But I'm hoping that it just is a conversation starter so that there's more awareness of what, you know, an Indigenous piece of clothing might look like.
Yeah, like I said, it all comes down to this.
Dress shoes. Can has a strict black tie dress code. Security told him he needed regular dress shoes, even though the festival allows national dress.
That right there. That's this. This is if in the case of argument, this is the smoking gun, as it were. If you allow certain people to have you allowed them to bend the rules, then you have to make it for everyone, because now you're saying that this culture is more important than his culture, which that's what you're saying. So it's either, again, you have to make the decision, whoever the film group or whatever, they have to make the decision, either let everybody do it or let nobody do it. Otherwise you're saying things, and it's not okay. And you're gonna get in trouble. But that's a bummer that they didn't let him wear those. And but yeah, he has a case, because look at this right here. Look at these. These are nice, actually. He's a real nice dude I've worn skirts before. Oh, they're so comfortable. I'm hot right now. Obviously, look what I'm wearing. It's so hot where I'm at. Oh man, I wish I was wearing a skirt right now.
Has this ever happened to you? You're watering from the top, trying to be really thorough, giving it a nice good
Too much
soak.
Water. It's too much water. Too much water.
And it overflows.
Too much water.
And you've got a mess. Okay, so this is actually how these are supposed to be used. These are bottom watering trays. They're not supposed to catch the water. They're supposed to hold the water.
Yeah.
Then you set your plant in it and let it suck it up from the bottom.
You can also sprinkle.
Has this ever happened to you?
But
you're watering from the top, trying to be really thorough.
I just saw a TikTok where this girl was like,
okay, my traumatizing hamster story, please hold for part 2. No, we're not holding for part 2.
If you've ever had a hamster, comment how it died, because they always die in really traumatic ways. I've been waiting for this one. When I was 8 years old, because we're always 8 years old, right?
Yeah, hamsters are fragile. I don't know if you noticed this, but they're real fragile. Like, you're not technically not even supposed to take them out of their terrariums or cages, because they'll just have heart attacks and die.
Right.
Really
when I was
fragile.
8 years old, I had a hamster. Her name was Pessy.
Pessy.
I don't know what that means. Don't ask me. I have literally no idea. Okay, but that was her name, and it's pivotal to the story. Like I can't change it. So her name was Pessy.
Yep.
And she was my best friend. I had her during the summer, and I would take her everywhere. She would come with me to the mall in like my hoodie pocket. I would put her in her little those little boxes where you'd catch like bugs and lizards that have like air holes.
Taking too long. You're taking too long. You're taking too long. I don't have the patience for it. I have a small monkey brain. I know we're missing the nice scraping, but they added the music. I have no choice. What are you doing, man? Dude, bamboo is awesome. Oh, dang. Look at him go. Hell yeah. Dude, that's not easy. Bamboo is so strong. He's just making it look easy. Only the bamboo can break the bamboo. He's also taking too long. I'm real impatient on TikTok. TikTok makes me even more impatient. I'm really patient. I have a lot of patience in real life, but when I'm getting for some reason with these, I'm just like, Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, this guy, he's gonna weed that stuff. We're just gonna go ahead and skip. It's not, I don't know why TikTok is like being weird. Like obviously my stream is fine. I'm streaming at a high rate and everything else is fine, but like this isn't. Maybe I gotta refresh. Yeah, it's not loading. Oh, there's that video of that poor woman. Yeah, let me refresh. Let me hit a refresh.
Got my sister tattooed on me.
What?
Then she
Got my sister tattooed on me. Then she. Wait. What? Got my sister tattooed on me. Okay. Got his sister's face tattooed on him. Shut up. Got his sister's face tattooed on him. Then she cheated on me. Join my last live. What is happening?
She cheated on me. Join my last live. Got my sister tattooed on me.
I'm so confused. I mean, there's possible incest. I have no idea what's happening, and I'm moving on.
This is the Demon Core, and it is one of the most deadly objects in the world and has claimed the lives of 2 physicists. It is a 14-pound sphere of subcritical plutonium that was designated to be used as a core of a nuclear bomb.
Plutonium will do that.
But after 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Japan and their prompt surrender, the bomb was disassembled and studied. Researchers wanted to know the answer to the question, what does it take to make a subcritical object go critical? Traditionally, nuclear bombs are essentially bombs with thin bombs. The subcritical plutonium is surrounded by traditional explosives, which then compress the plutonium until it becomes critical, which at that point it releases an insane amount of energy.
So they want to see what it takes to do that.
Los Alamos,
Fun.
in Mexico, researchers wanted to test a neutron reflective mirror. In short, this essentially redirected all the energy of the core back at itself, in a sense bringing it close to criticality without explosives. And you may ask yourself, why did they do this?
Why though?
They wanted to see if they could get away with making nukes with less radioactive material, and this would also cause the core to not explode but create a blast of radiation. Legendary physicist Richard Feynman said that it was like tickling the tail of a sleeping dragon. After 2 years,
it's playing with a really big bomb,
and possibly many others. Harry Daghlian was the first life claimed by the core. While
gosh.
running the test by himself, he was placing the neutron reflector around one of the cores while watching the measurement of his Geiger counter. He created an assembly that triggered a warning from his measuring devices that said if he continued, he'd probably regret it. So Harry began disassembling the reflective blocks very carefully until he accidentally dropped one of the blocks. Instantly, the demon core went supercritical and sent a burst of deadly radiation at him. Quickly, he pushed the bricks off the table to end the chain reaction. And you could actually see the burns on his hand from when he moved the blocks off the table. Harry Daghlian died 25 days later from organ failure and is suspected to receive the highest dose of radiation at that time. Not an award I personally want to achieve. Louis Slotin filled Harry Daghlian's shoes, and despite the warning, he kept doing the experiments. And instead of using reflective bricks, though, he changed it up and used a reflective half sphere, and carefully lowered the core into the reflective sphere. Then a spherical lid was then put over the top of it, but a gap would be placed to ensure the core wouldn't go critical. But Slotin wouldn't use the fail-safe spacers around the sphere. Instead, he used his bare hands and a flathead screwdriver. He did this to bring the core really close to criticality. I'm not really sure why he would want to do that, but he did. Now, while doing a demonstration, Slotin's screwdriver slipped and the sphere closed for a brief second, instantly bringing the demon core to criticality. The core flashed blue, and the hot top half of the sphere was quickly lifted off the core. All of the scientists ran out of the room, and Slotin told them to immediately come back and write down exactly where they had been standing in order to figure out how much of their life they had just lost. Slotin's immediate words after the incident was, "Well, I guess that does it." Louis Slotin died 9 days later in the same hospital where Harry Daghlian died.
Oh my
Though
gosh.
if we are looking for a silver lining, Slotin did take gold for the most radiation ever taken by a human being. And if you're looking for some perspective, Ground Zero at Hiroshima had about half the amount of radiation that Slotin took in that split second. The demon core itself was then destroyed and melted down and distributed throughout the US stockpile. And that was the story of the most dangerous object on Earth.
Oh my gosh. Sticking around. Dicking around with things.
Dude, I say get off the counter. What are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing, huh?
No. Oh, he ain't afraid.
You scared?
He ain't afraid. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Get off the counter.
No.
What?
He's like, I'll just lick it.
This cat is immune.
Cat don't care.
Yes. Dude, I say get off the counter. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh?
Like, I don't care. Do it. Do it.
Yeah?
Do it. Cats are funny.
Did anyone ever notice this in their center console?
Yeah.
Did anyone?
Yes. Yes, we did.
There's a new billboard in Times Square with the guy from Fortnite.
Guy from Fortnite. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I saw that. We got one of those, like in Japan. It's pretty cool. Yeah, made up. I actually this Friday. Yes, because it's Sunday. This Friday, I have a video about Kenobi. Don't be mad.
This show should be exactly what it was marketed.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I had to pull some of these things. Yes, this is why he's popping up. Look at him.
So our species has been around for about 300,000 years, a number I find incomprehensibly large. So instead, let's condense it to one calendar year, with the emergence of humans being January 1st and today being December 31st at 11:59 p.m. Already in January, we have evidence of long-distance trade in southern Africa. We were already using fire. In fact, we weren't even the first species to do so. By April, we were using grass, including insect-repelling plants, as bedding. By mid-May, clothing had become common in many
I just don't have a mind for this right now. I'm just too tired. I'm not tired. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. I don't know. Let's get one more good.
Look up the reasons. Osama bin Laden.
Let's get a good one.
Today, more and more men are choosing not to go to school.
Okay. Well, what's this? Men are through being done dirty. Oh, men's.
And not to get married. If similar numbers of women were doing the same, someone would raise the alarm. But since men are the ones opting out, the problem has been mostly met with silence. Some books say that men are just a bunch of lazy stoner frat boys who are acting immaturely.
Yeah.
In reality, men are acting rationally and opting out of education, work, and marriage because in all of these areas, the penalties are high and the rewards are low. Each of these areas has its own problems and is important in its own right. But for now, we'll just look at why men are avoiding marriage and fatherhood. The first reason that men don't want to get married is...
Dude, we can choose to do what we want. People can choose what they want. Yeah, and if they don't feel like the risk is worth the reward, then they're not going to do it. Let's hear your answers, though.
In the past, a man wasn't considered a true adult until he was married and had children.
It's true.
Today, however, husbands and fathers are the butts of jokes, and the media constantly portrays them as buffoons and bumbling idiots.
Yes and no.
The second reason is that they'll lose out on sex. Men who cohabitate with their partner but aren't married have much more sex than their wedded counterparts.
That's true.
Recent studies have also found that cohabitators are happier and more confident than married couples. The third reason that men don't want to get married is that they could lose their children and their money. Men are aware of the dangers of divorce, specifically that the courts tend to favor mothers.
That is true.
Men only get custody of their children 10% of the time, and overwhelmingly are responsible for paying child support and alimony. The fourth reason is that men will lose their space. Once a man gets married, he's relegated to the dirtiest part of the house, the attic, the basement, the garage.
Get to the dirty areas,
you
dirty little thing. That's more of, just
means that the home is increasingly becoming the
domain you could talk to your partner. The woman grows. The woman grows. It's 3 times her size. The man cave
means that the home is increasingly becoming the domain of only the wife and children. The fifth reason that men don't want to get married is that they can lose their freedom. If a man gets divorced and can't afford child support, he can get locked up.
That is true. That does happen.
On any given day, there are almost 50,000 people in jail due to child support arrears.
Oh my gosh.
Most of them male.
I haven't seen a single source, but
Example,
That's
in
true. That's really high.
96% of the people incarcerated for unpaid child support are men. The final reason that men don't want to get married is that the single life is better than ever.
Hell
In the past, single men were looked at with suspicion, but this is no longer the case. There are plenty of 40-year-old bachelors.
Yeah.
Employers look
This is the
favorably
new
at employees
age.
with non-conflicting family responsibilities. Dating has gotten
There is a lot of stuff in that. I know I'm joking and making light, but there's a lot of things in that I just don't have the mindset to unpack right now. I was kind of hoping for a stupid video. Oh, here we go. This is a good idea. This is a great idea. Oh my gosh. Yep. What is... How did you get out there, my friend? Okay. Oh my gosh. It's like a crane game. But the prize is your life. How long does this go for? Okay, I do want to see... What's the end goal, buddy? I thought he was trying to make another little slat so he can ride across, but... Okay, he is. But it doesn't seem long enough. Oh, he's gonna ride. Dude, this... No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. If it just ends, I'm gonna be mad also, so do it. What? Oh my god, no. I don't understand what the point of that was. Why did he... Why? I'm mad. No, we're not looking at that. Let's look... Okay. Let's look at a Star Wars.
Quick reminder that contrary to popular belief, you actually don't have to be any good at your hobbies whatsoever. Quick reminder that contrary to popular belief, you actually don't have to be any good at your hobbies whatsoever.
I like it. That's where we're going to leave off on. A good old positive message. You don't have to be good at your hobbies. That is true. I mean, you probably should be good at your hobbies if you're sharing them, though. Or at least passionate about it, you know what I mean? But anyways, that's going to do it for my Chonk mouth. I liked it. It was fun. I had a good time. Maybe we'll do other stuff. Obviously, we won't just do TikTok all the time, but we can look at, like, what's going on in the world, and I can give my opinions. Because I know they're so valuable. But anywhoozles, thanks for watching. If you popped in or not, I don't know. I don't have a thing that says if anybody's watching, so I don't know. I could be talking to the void, but if you're watching this and you got this far and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Hitting that subscribe button not only makes you part of the Chonk family, but it gives you endless benefits. And yes, they exist. We just don't talk about them. Keep your mouth. I didn't want to say shut because it sounded aggressive. But go ahead and subscribe. If you like this content, which I assume you do since you're still watching this, go check out my Chonky PuFFs. I put a video out every Friday, commentaries on random things. I do a bit. It's all good. You'll see a thing here, unless you watch this right after this goes from being live, because for some reason it has to, well, not for some reason, it has to process, and it just takes a second, and I can't put the little, subscribe and the little video thing. I have to wait before I can do that. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, I will see you someplace else. Yes. Tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Right here for Horror Madness Mondays. Yeah. Okay, bye.